Hello, everybody. We are here on day 3 at Bio 2025, and I am in my home state in their booth, New Jersey. You're looking at a Jersey boy here. I grew up under the George Washington Bridge, and I am with a new friend and a special guest, Rebecca.
Yes.
With New Jersey. What is your role?
Yeah, so I am the editorial content specialist for Choose New Jersey. So we're the economic development organization for the state, and telling people why New Jersey is great is literally our job.
I'm so glad that you're here at Bio. Are you excited about the show?
I'm so excited. It's one of our biggest shows of the year because there's so much going on in life sciences in New Jersey, so it's always such a great event for us.
So in a word or two, why should the biotech industry choose New Jersey?
Sure. So I would say location and talent. There are two biggest things. Talent, we have the number one concentration of scientists and engineers in the country. We have so many great universities, Princeton, Rutgers, Rowan, NGIT. So there's this constant influx of talent, and I know hiring can be a really big challenge in some parts of the country. So we have that, and then location. We're just blessed to be in the middle of the Northeast corridor. We have Boston to our north, New York, Philly, DC, all kind of within a couple hours drive. So location-wise, it couldn't be better.
What's one unique advantage that you feel New Jersey offers that others might overlook?
Yeah, so I think right now what we have is a lot of infrastructure. We have a lot of life sciences lab space. So other parts of the country are really struggling with this. With us, we have, for example, the Helix Center, which is being built in New Brunswick right now. It's going to have a presence with Rutgers University. So that's really great for us. We have Nest, which is the former Merck campus, and now we have all this lab space, developmental parcels, vivariums, office space, helipads, it's all there. So basically, you're accelerating your speed to market by accessing lab space that's already available.
Yeah, I understand that. But there's a lot of investment happening across the state.
Absolutely, yeah. We have a lot of investment, a lot of companies coming in. Our state agencies, they do a great job of creating programs, tax incentives, to get companies on their feet, whether they're established businesses or startups. They do a really good job of getting people here and making sure once they're here, they succeed.
If New Jersey had a tagline for biotech, you're almost looking over my shoulder for some reason. What would you say that tagline would be for biotech innovation in New Jersey? What would you give that?
What would you say? It all happens here.
It all happens here. Okay.
Here. We have it right on our booth because, we literally take people from conception, to distribution. You can do your R&D here. We have such a diverse population as well. Clinical trials are huge in New Jersey because you're just getting a really diverse group of people to get your data from. So literally from that stage through distribution, we have a really great logistics hub. Again, we're right in the middle of everything. So, your products are reaching the patients that they need in a really quick amount of time. Another thing we like to say at Choose New Jersey is you can do anything here. Yeah. And you literally can. Any avenue that you are trying to succeed in, we can make it happen in Jersey.
What does the life sciences industry look like across the state? Are there specific pockets that you want to highlight at all?
Yeah, I would say right now, two really big ones is looking in Somerset County, first of all, and Middlesex County right now. I mentioned the Helix earlier, but the Helix is an innovation hub. It's a strategic innovation center, which is something that the state is doing to bolster our startup and entrepreneurial ecosystem. It's basically a place where private companies, academia, and the state are all coming together. So you kind of have that really great triangle to help boost companies. So the Helix is a great example of this. It's being built in New Brunswick right now. Yep. Rutgers is going to have a part of it. Nokia Bell Labs is moving there. There's a lot of really exciting things happening. Again, going back to that lab space that's available, office space that's available, that's one of them. And again, it's a hub where you're literally going to be in the same room with these amazing companies and innovators and research institutions. Okay. So I would really focus on that. Talk
to me for a moment about, if you know about this, the Princeton area and the scientific park that exists down there. We have some clients that are actually in that area.
Yeah, Princeton. It's funny, at the conference, we've been meeting so many people from Princeton, but that is also a really great area. There's the Princeton West campus, which has a bunch of biotech and life sciences companies. Mm-hmm. And of course, Princeton is a research powerhouse. Princeton University is the #1 university in the country for the past 14 years. campus. So there's so much talent coming out of that, and so much, I mean, the talent is one aspect, but then the research is another.
Yeah.
You know, you're really taking advantage of all of the research programs and the expertise that the universities are able to do. And that's why you see a big cluster of life sciences companies in that area.
New Jersey is also known as the Garden State.
Yes.
And when you're down in Princeton, you actually can see that. So it's not just a bunch of concrete and highways. Actually, you
gorgeous
can.
down
It's gorgeous.
there.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes, it really is. Finish the sentence. Companies that look to move here usually say they're most surprised by what?
I think you just hit on it, which is our quality of life. People are surprised. There's an image, a perception of New Jersey as being sort of loud. We have The Sopranos, which is an amazing show. I love it. But I think when people get here, they realize that our quality of life is so high. We have incredible schools, and incredible public schools. So I've been talking a lot about the universities, but our public schools are incredible for families. Basically, anywhere you want to live, you can live in a city. You could live in Jersey City. You can live in Hoboken. You could live in Sussex County in the farms. If you want quaint little communities, you know, downtowns, we have those. So I don't want to say it all happens here again.
Yeah, but it kind of all happens here.
It all happens here. We're a very diverse state.
Yeah.
There are so many great diverse communities. So we have a lot of international businesses coming into New Jersey because just from a lifestyle standpoint, the community is already here.
What's one way you're supporting the next generation of scientists and the talent that are entering in life sciences?
Sure, yeah. So again, I would say, I keep going back to our colleges.
Yeah.
I love talking about our universities, but I think that's a huge thing for us. We are training, you know, the top minds and talent. Another sort of hole in the industry is the highly skilled workforce. So people who don't necessarily, you know, they don't need to have a doctorate from Princeton, but just people who are working in the clean rooms, you know, doing the manufacturing. We have a lot of state-sponsored programs, like there's one called NJ Pathways, where we're getting people the skills to do that work as well. Mm-hmm. So even if you're interested in a career in life sciences, you don't have to, you know, be top of your class at Princeton to get a job. There's a lot of workforce development opportunities in the state. Yeah. So we're really training people at all levels.
Yeah, I love that. That's great. What makes New Jersey a great place to live, work, and play? Like you're saying, it all comes together, but what makes it so great to do that?
I told you all of my live, work, play. Again, you can live anywhere. It's all in this tiny state. Like you would not believe, there are parts of New Jersey you would drive to and you'd be like, am I in Oklahoma? Like it is shocking the diversity of landscape that we have in Jersey. And I do think New Jersey has an energy about it that you're, I'm sure, familiar with. You know, there's like a Jersey energy, a Jersey pride that comes.
Jersey hustle.
A Jersey hustle. And it's hard to define necessarily, but you know, once you come here, you'll get it. Our doors are always open to everybody, so we are not exclusive with our Jersey hustle. We want you to come here. We want you to be a part of the energy of the state.
I have one more question just for you, maybe.
Yeah.
Because you sound like you love your job and you seem very successful. Do you have any advice for folks that are just kind of leaving school right now and looking for opportunities in the life science space? Yeah,
I would. I mean, again, I think we tapping into like Bio&J, for example, that is our life sciences trade organization for the state. So looking at stuff like that, we have all of the major, the big name companies are here. Johnson & Johnson, you know, Merck. So if that's what you're looking for, there's those opportunities. And then again, if you're looking for like more startup innovation, you have your own idea, you know, that you want to bring. I'm in marketing, so I don't have the brains to do that. But there's, you know, plenty of places and incubators. I think that's the thing that people don't think about. When I left college, I didn't even know that there were dedicated areas where people are basically pumping in money to support your idea and support your innovation. Look to those. Look to go on choosenj.com. That's our website. Check out the NJEDA website. Check out Bio&J. Like these are all really great resources to get your foot in the door.
Okay, I love that. So again, check out choosenj.com. I'm assuming, yes?
Yes.
Okay. We're still here at Bio. This is day 3. Rebecca, you've been fantastic. I hope you have a great show and taking the time to meet with me.
It was great to talk to another Jersey.
Yes. All right. So be sure to stop by the New Jersey booth. Say hello to Rebecca and her team. I'm sure they would love to help and support your efforts to build a better business in biosciences. So thank you. Have a great day. Bye.